Worthy by Design. Hello there. It is such a delight that you joined us on today's edition of Worthy by Design, brought to you by Advent Cable Network Nigeria, ACNNTV. On this show, we'll focus on the journey from girlhood to womanhood and everything in between. I'm Iberi Chims. Welcome. Now, going into a new year, so many are anxious about what the year would bring, and uncertainty looms in the hearts of many with questions of, where do I go from here? Or what can I do differently? So much on their minds after the disappointments of the past year. Now, our conversation today is on goal setting, and our guest will tell us just how to find fulfillment in this year. She's Barrister Miebaka Iyenabo. I got your name.
You did.
Yeah. She's a life coach and the convener of Made for More series. It's so good to have you.
Thank you very much. The pleasure is all mine.
Yes. Now we're going into this conversation. Goal setting.
Mm-hmm.
Why should we have goals?
Goals are very important because they help to give some definition to our lives. A quick scripture, Proverbs 29:18, says that where there's no vision, the people perish. And what that means, perish means, the other version says they cast off restraint. In other words, in simple terms, anything goes. You wake up in the morning, there's no plan for the day. I don't have something I want to be able to do at the end of the day, or at 3 p.m., at 4 p.m., at 5 p.m. So what happens is I wake up, a friend comes and says, okay, let's go to the market. Oh, cool, I'm free, let's go. Let's pick up my child from the school. Oh, let's go. Let's
just tossed about.
Like that. So everything that comes looks important because there was nothing said, no specific things were said to have been achieved that day. At the end of the day, it's like, oh, another day, great. Go to bed and wake up. And life just goes like that. So goals help to, like I said, define our lives, make our lives more, help us live more productive lives, because you're able to set specific milestones and check if you're able to achieve them or not. So, you know, in other words, they add more color, they add more meaning to our lives.
So it makes our lives a bit predictable. At least you know that at so and so stage I should get to, achieve so and so thing.
Yes. They do that for us, yes, around things that, they help you to achieve things that are important to you. And when you know you're achieving major milestones on things that are important to you, you're happier. You feel like your life counts for something because you can actually live through life and do everything everybody wants you to do. But when we talk about fulfillment, that's specific that your heart yearns for. If you don't schedule and plan for them, you will never get to do them because you keep saying tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. So talk about living a fulfilled life, a life of impact, a life that you can, measure and say, I'm glad this was my life. So if that's the kind of life you want to live, then you need goals. Yes.
So how do I go about setting these goals? Should I just pick from here, I like the way this lady did this thing, How do I go about setting my goals?
Okay, so first, let's even go to what is a goal. Right. I mean, very simple definitions. A goal is a dream with a timeline.
Okay.
So it is a dream I have.
Dream with a timeline. I'm taking notes, please go ahead.
In other words, and it has to be tied to my dreams. Life is interesting. Everybody has a dream for you. Father has a dream for you. Mother has a dream for you. Husband has a dream for you. Kids have a dream for their mother. But does the mother have a dream for herself? So it's a dream. In other words, what I would want to do with my life at this time, in this year, and it has to have a time. And else, like I say, you can want to do something, but you never just get around to do it. But what is it? So for a goal to be achievable, it must have a timeline. And that's what keeps you in check. Then there's this simple acronym we all hear about, the SMART goals, rules for goal setting, where we say, okay, it has to be specific. So someone says, for example, we're talking about women. Let me say very simple, I want to lose weight. So specific, how many kg do I want to lose? I want to lose weight.
I will always want to do that.
We always want to
I
do
want to do that.
Yes, that's why, I mean, it's an example any woman can relate, any female can relate to. So, okay, I want to do that. That's good. I know I should, yes. But you see, okay, if I don't have a specific amount of weight I want to lose, so 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg, and you know, when I say it's a dream, as simple, even weight loss can be a dream. So this is where I want to look. And so to look this way, I should lose 3 kg. Because it's a dream that helps know where to stop. So that's why I say it should be your dream. Not another person's dream. But you really will not have the motivation to push when it's not yours, if you can't own it. That's why we get to R, relevance. So S is specific, M is measurable. When it is specific, you can measure. So I want to lose weight. So and then I say, okay, this year or in 6 months. So at 3 months, I can sit down and say, okay, how far have I come? Do I need to adjust? And in goal setting, part of the reasons that people find it difficult is when they set very rigid goals. I believe in flexibility. So the methods can change, but the goal does not necessarily change. So you have a strong reason to change the goal. So there's measurable, then A, attainable. For example, let me give another example. I will still come to weight loss, but for example, attainable. Okay, maybe around the methods to weight loss. One mother maybe a mother who has 3 kids might say, look, I don't have time to go to the gym. But you know what? She can choose to go up and down the staircase in her house every night when everybody has gone to bed. Another person says, look, for me, what works is maybe using going to the gym, having a trainer. Another person says, I take walks. So it is you want to set something that you know you can achieve. Your mind can comprehend it. So I always say about money. Someone who has not saved 50K, wake up and tell you want to save 200K. How? No way. In life, you grow. So you see some of the reasons why people said go and don't. Goals are different from you, but they're not New Year's resolutions. You need to start from somewhere. Yes. Start from what seems, easiest for you. Give yourself room to grow into it, and then you can stretch. So you say, okay, so that's attainable. Then SMAR, right? Yes. R, yes. So it has to be, some people say relevant, some people say realistic for R. And that's why I come with this. So, I mean, is it relevant to my life? If I know, for example, this will increase my self-esteem, there has to be a connection. I have to have a why for that goal. That's why it has to be your goal. Your why. And because your why is what makes you go back to it. So for even when you miss it, so I want to be able to fit into my clothes. My clothes won't fit anymore. That's my why. And so every time I have to struggle, I tell myself, oh man, you need to do this. So there has to be something in you that connects your strong reason. That's why I say relevant. And then T, have a time frame. So a very simple example, but we're able to see. So how do you set the goal? So this is what I want to do, but then can you pass it through the SMART test? And if you pass this through, so it's specific, so you can say, okay, I'm making progress, or I stopped here, can I go back? This time frame, then what is my why? Is it relevant to me? And then the time frame. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant. It should have a time frame. Yes. Your goals should pass that SMART test. Great. I'm already learning. I'm working on some goals in my head right now. Now, are there really strategies I should use when I'm setting these SMART goals? Yes. Okay, yes, there are. So what happens is people wake up and say, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that. And so first of all, the SMART test. And then secondly, there's something I call goal planning. That's like you use the word strategy. Okay. So it's not just, so you know what? Goal setting is an intellectual thing. It involves your mind, your spirit, your soul, and every part of you should be part of it because it's a process. And so first of all, the thing is, I should first of all know who I am. That's where purpose comes in, because your goals should be connected with your purpose, which is your assignment. So it should be things that you know that this is the big picture for me. It could be 5 years, it could be 10 years down the line. So your goals are a subset. They're supposed to help you achieve that big picture. Okay, let me cut you there. So if I am setting a goal for 2022, good, right? Yes. I am not just looking at the year 2022. I'm looking at 2026. I'm looking at 2030. I'm looking at, Okay. So let me explain it further. So let's say this. First of all, is as a person, there's a reason you're on earth. Right. That's purpose. That's your assignment, right? Now, so that purpose helps you create your long-term goals. Okay. So your long-term goal is all part of what are the things I need to prepare to be this person who can achieve that purpose.
Okay.
So that links to your long-term goals.
Okay.
You now have your mid-term goals. From the mid-term goal, so long-term can be 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Somewhere in my life, I know this or I know that. That's long-term. And it's, like I said, it's linked to your purpose, your assignment on earth, what do you think you should be doing with your life. Good. Then there's long-term. In long-term, there's now the mid-term, which could be 3 to 5 years. Then mid-term now, you now have your annual goals, which will now come to the goal for this year. So they're all subsets of each other because life is a journey.
So it's not, you don't
just wake up and no. So that's the thing. It's an intellectual process. Yes. And you know, when some people will look at some people and you just wonder. So a friend of mine would say this, that you should always imagine that you were at a funeral at the beginning of the year, and it was your funeral, for example, and you're reading your biography or autobiography if you wrote it yourself, and then imagine what you will want them to read about you. So in other words, when you're setting your goals, it's like living your life from the end to the beginning. So picture your life at that end. And if you want to have them to have said, for example, she was an amazing woman, an amazing wife. She taught the lives of so many people. You need to start working. How do I begin to touch lives now? Because the truth is, you know today, you don't know where your life is going to end.
At your funeral.
Yes. So life can be planned. Life is deliberate. There are no accidental successes. No, everybody you see, if it's it could be an accidental success. But when somebody who has a consistent record of success, it's not accidental, it is planned. They said that this year, one of the things I tell people is part of the goals you should have beyond health, money, education, what regular ones to do, is legacy goals. What do you want to be remembered for? That's what comes about impact. And you begin to do it now. Do you want to set up a foundation? Do you want to volunteer with a charity? What are the causes that touch your heart?
Start now.
Yes. So life is a journey. Life is deliberate. You plan for fees, but plan for your life too.
Okay.
Good.
Now I'll ask. You know, you have said all this, and someone is like, hey, this one don't reach me. I know if you do this one. Now, can you give us an example of something you set as a goal, and you're able to smash it by following through these processes you just told us about?
I have so many examples. I'd like to use very simple. Let's use an example.
Very simple,
yes. Okay, so I had an exam I needed to write. First of all, what was the why? The why I knew that, it was a new year, I needed more income. And one of the ways to increase my income was to get that exam out of the way because it was going to lead to a promotion. So I said, okay, so this year, it's a new year, I want to earn better. It's doing money. So that's like a financial goal. And so how do I go about it? So I said, okay, I want to increase my income. So what is it about? How much? 100K, 200K, 300K. So what I did, this is at work. I went to, okay, what would the next, I was qualified for the promotion exams that year. So at the beginning of the year, you know that somewhere down the line you write that exam, right? Good. So first of all, I need to increase my income by how much? I went to ask, what would I earn on this next grade? I was qualified to write the exam, right? So, okay, fine and good. So I need to increase my income by 200K or by 100K. That's the what? Specificity. And then what I needed to be able to, one of the ways to increase my income was to ensure that I got that promotion specific. That is one of the ways. So there were other ways, but that was one way. And then, okay, I needed to pass the exam. Well, I needed to study. True. So in the midst of all the other activities in that season, I knew, for example, that exams will usually be fixed between maybe January and the first quarter of the year. So what did I need? I needed to create a study timetable. And it had to be a measurable timetable. Because the time for the exam was fixed. Time was fixed. Right?
Yes.
So measurable. So if I say, okay, I could do 3 hours a day, for example. The 3 hours, would that be okay? Morning, afternoon, night? So I had to begin to work my entire schedule so I can measure. If I didn't do 3 hours, I knew I have an extra hour to carry over till tomorrow. That's measurable, right? Attainable. Was it workable? Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was.
If I studied hard and I prayed, I trusted I could pass the exams. Was it realistic? Yes. Now realistic had to be around even the study hours. You know how you say I'll do 5 hours a day. Can you
have to go to work?
Do you understand? So, and again too, realistic could be, I'm single, so I can choose to wake up early and then just my life, read for a few hours, get ready to go to work. But I have another colleague too who's writing the same exam and knows that she has to wake up and take care of her kids. So for her to wake up and put her hours like me would be deceptive.
Okay.
So you see how realistic has to be around even the way you're planning for that. So in my own case, I knew that okay, because I could manage my time, I could plan my time. So it's okay, wake up 2 hours earlier, so read in the morning, lunchtime, find 30 minutes, whatever. and then in the night come back and say, okay, because I mean I have the whole night, I can read the whole night or whatever. Do you understand?
So you shouldn't try to arrange or create your goals around another person's situation. Look at your own specific and special situation.
That's why I talk about flexibility. The methods would differ. And just to say that, now thank you for even reminding me about this. That I have a friend who said, I was talking to a friend and I said, look, life is not a Ashebio. You know, same fabric, all of us are going for the same party. And my friend said to me, even if it's Ashebi, if you go for the party, everybody shows different styles with their fabrics. So in other words, our lives are different. We're here on different assignments. Our purposes are different.
So you should knit your goals to fit.
Yes, to fit
your purpose.
You. Yeah, that's why we also understand, first of all, what am I supposed to be doing? I was talking to a friend last week and she came to me and said, oh, she wants to write this professional exam. And I said, why? I would never have thought about that. But and I said, why? She told me how well, because I said, okay, then go ahead. You understand your why. So it's relevant to you. Go ahead. So in other words, we're both colleagues in the same office, but our future goals, aspirations are different. So I'm thinking of this exam, think of another professional exam. So you see that you can't really compare your life with anybody else. But that's why you should have your why for your specific goals. And that's your own driving force.
You have said so much. And I am now wondering, for a woman who has set goals, she has done it last year. She had done it how many years? You know, for how many years now? And it's like, this thing has not been working for me. What do you think she should do differently, apart from the whole SMART goals thing? What should she do differently?
Okay, I'll list a couple of things that she can do. First of all, you know, sometimes we set, your goals can actually be too many. So I'll say keep them simple. Okay. So for example, you could have one or two, I don't know, no more than 2, 3 for each area of your life. So maybe for finances, for family. You know, sometimes we actually have some goals that we don't consider to be goals. A mother wants to have healthy children. That's a goal. So I manage their meals. I ensure they eat properly, they sleep well, because I want them to be healthy. So even those are little goals that a mother can set for herself, for example, a female. So that's it now. So first of all, sit down, have a meeting. I say have a meeting with yourself. Call yourself to a meeting. Have your pen and paper. Let's have the ones from last year. Let's tick off the ones that were achieved. The ones that were not, let's bring them forward. And that's why you see, when I say have your daily goals, and so your annual goals, in that you now break them into maybe this quarter. I talked about the exam. I knew the exam was in the first quarter of that year. So some things could wait till second quarter. Okay. So you don't realistic to go crowd other things.
Don't crowd yourself with so many things.
Take it easy. Break them into quarterly goals. And even the quarterly goals, have your daily to-do list. So on your today, if I do this, the thing is, success is a combination of different things you do. You don't just wake up and you're successful. No. They all add up together. So what should she do? First of all, find out the ones that are still unmet, unrealized, and are still important, because sometimes you change, phases of life change. Secondly, yes. Second, I'll say, you know what? Sometimes in some goals, you need an accountability partner, somebody who holds you responsible to them. For example, someone wants to lose the weight, you might need to go to gym and submit to a trainer.
I really want to continue this conversation. Our time is fast spent. Okay. So I want you to put your final thoughts together and just tell us, for a lady who feels she has failed because I have not been achieving my goals. I've heard everything you have said, though, but I don't just feel say,
it's not working.
You know, it can just work with me. What would be your word to her?
First of all, I'll say, as long as your life, it's a new day. So wake up, put yourself together and begin to run. There's hope. You're alive, right? Find out the things that are most important to you. Be sure they're yours. I keep saying it. I know how society wants. Yes. Don't let people put you under pressure. If it's not yours, you don't have a drive to achieve them. So be sure that then break them into smaller tasks and then give yourself time. You choose the time frame. Don't put yourself under pressure. If it's 1, 2, set them and get to work. Goals don't work them, so you work the goals. And then, of course, God is your help.
God is our help.
Yes,
very
the
important.
point of prayer.
On those goals, God is your help. Now, one of my favorite quotes of all time have been that of Og Mandino, where he said, "The victory of success is half won when one gains the habit of setting goals and achieving them." Very important. Now you've already won. Just get smashing on those goals of yours. I'll meet you on the other side of victory. A big thank you to our beautiful guest. I wish we could continue this conversation, but will you come back? Yes, thank you. That was a yes. A big thank you to Barrister Mie Baka. Did I pronounce the name
You
well?
did.
Thank you
Good
for
job.
sharing your time and knowledge with us. Now let's flip to our quick fix segment and smash on some skincare goals. See you there. Hello, welcome again. This is our quick fix segment. It's so good to have you. Today I have in the studio a special guest, and she's going to teach us something new again. It's like we're picking up from where we left off the last time. So let's meet our guest.
Hello, my name is Nado. So glad to be here once again. And today we are going to learn about Harmattan pomade. Okay, so
AKA
Ori or shea butter. Yes. So for this segment, we are needing original shea butter, popularly called Ori by the Yoruba speaking tribe. So this is original shea butter. Then we are going to make use of carrot oil.
That's the carrot oil we made the other time.
Yes, we are going to make use of carrot oil. Then we are also going to make use of coconut oil. This is also pure coconut oil. It's unadulterated. Then we are going to use a little bit of fragrance. There are different types of fragrance, but this particular one is lavender fragrance. I love it because it smells like flowers. So when you mix it in your pomade, wherever you go, you have this aura around you that is very inviting. And then, okay, to start the process, yes, then we're going to need a spatula to stir the shea butter. And then to melt it, we're going to need hot water. So I've gotten the consistency I need, so I don't need the hot water. We can see that it's not completely melted, but it's flowing. But then there are little lumps, so I'm going to use my spatula to keep stirring till the lumps have all disappeared, yes. I have to be fast before it cools down, because once it starts cooling, it starts getting solid again.
So why Ori? Can't we use another, what do you call this now?
Butter.
Another butter, yes.
Yeah,
Butter.
I love Ori because it's natural one, and then it's very, very good for the skin and also for the hair. Yes, so I prefer it because I do these creams and use them with my children. So I like using natural things on their skin. I don't want them getting their skin damaged by chemicals, yes. So, okay, so we've gotten the consistency we need. So now we are going to add carrot oil.
How do we know the quantity to add?
You add to taste, actually. But I prefer my Ori or shea butter soft. So I tend to put a little bit of oil, but I don't put much carrot oil because I want to maintain my dark complexion. Carrot oil has the tendency of lightening your skin. But then because, yes, for the glow and then for the healthy skin, because it helps repair damaged skin too. I'm going to add a little bit of it. That's fine.
That's enough.
Yes, so we stir. And then I'm going to add coconut oil. Coconut oil is also very good for the skin and for the hair. So because I want my skin to get as many natural oils as it can per time, I use both carrot oil and coconut oil in my shea butter mix. So I'm having so many natural ingredients at once on my skin. I don't know if you people can see the glowing, the glow, my skin, yes. So this is the secret.
Okay.
Yes, so that's it. Just
So
a
you don't
little.
need so much.
No, not so
The
much.
Ori is more. The carrot
Yes, the
oil
Ori is more.
Okay.
Then the carrot oil and the coconut oil is to taste. If you can see, the color of your ori has also changed.
True.
That's the work of the carrot oil. Yes. So I mix everything together. And then I don't like going out and people knowing that I rubbed ori. So I like spicing up my own.
Yeah,
so
ori
I'm
has
going
a
to,
peculiar smell.
yes, I'm going to drop in fragrance. These women that sell chemicals for making soap, liquid soap, yes, you can get fragrance from them. So I love the cocoa butter or the lavender fragrance. So I go and get, and then I just drop a little bit.
Okay. Just that?
Yes, it's very strong.
Okay.
You can perceive it.
It is actually.
It's very strong. So just a little, it goes a long way. So.
And we're good to go.
Yes, we're done.
So we'll
So
just
after
have to
mixing,
let it sit.
yes, this is it. You let it cool down, and then your Harmattan pomade is ready. You know, when the weather is very dry, you need oils to help your skin. Natural oils, not all these artificial chemicals that damage skin at the long run. So this is very good for the dry season, for the Harmattan period. Go natural with ori, coconut oil, and carrot oil, and you are good to go. Thank you. Smells really nice.
Oh, I can't wait to use this. Go and try it out at home. I would want to hear your feedback. They mean a lot to me. That worthy woman at home, you know my goal for this year, to ensure that you glow, the whole family glows. So please try it out, and we will see you again next time. Bye.